Take a nap, sipping on my cup, slide in the traffic, riding in traffic, waiting on the traffic.
What's that word, YouTube? It's favorite face DLace, and I'm back with another reaction video, and this is a crazy title. Apparently the Fullychop and Lil Speedy beef is ending in a way that we never thought it would end before. Apparently they got arrested of the murder of Lil Ksoo. I'm so lost. I never knew any of this was even going on, but we finna tap in so I can get tapped in. You feel me? Make sure y'all hit the like button, leave comments if y'all know something I don't know, if the video leaves something out, or if it's something that I say that's wrong or something in the video. Let me know in the comment section down below. Leave a like. And also, we are about to start back reacting to Fullychop songs, man, but it will be on the DLace gang membership. Do your homework on these labels. Be making it so hard for reaction channels to drop music. It be so hard. So we are going to get back to reacting to Fullychop, but it will be on the DLace membership, which is on the channel. Y'all gonna see it pop up. It's gonna be a membership, and if you really DLace gang, you gonna tap in, bro. It ain't nothing for real. You feel me? I be seeing y'all on Kaiser stream donating $100 to the man while he sleep. You feel me? This membership is only about $49, $5, something slight. You feel me? So like I said, if you with DLace gang, y'all want some more Fullychop reactions, as well as other reactions that you probably never seen on this channel for whatever reason, and reactions that you not seeing on this channel anymore, tap into that membership, man. I'm telling you, we lit over there. I just dropped the first video over there too.
The morning scroll.
That Fatso and Skrilla this.
The first sign came from a Facebook post by Lil Ksoo's mother, where she said they had finally caught the people responsible for her son's. After months of speculation and IG lives getting played in slow-mo like crime tapes, Fullychop and Lil Speedy were officially in custody. This is the story of how Fullychop and Lil Speedy got arrested for the murder of Ksoo. Fully folded, Speedy snatched. The first to get snatched was Fullychop. Police picked him up on the south side of Chicago on July 14th. What looked like a routine traffic stop quickly spiraled. Expired tags, suspended license, and then boom, a pending murder warrant for the December 2024 15-year-old rapper Ksoo. They didn't need to chase him. His face was already in the system, and he was moving loose. 2 days later, they locked up Lil Speedy, also known as Bloodhound Speedy, outside of Walgreens on 76th. According to someone on Reddit, Lil Speedy his own for no reason. The net reacted in waves. Within hours, YouTube also exploded with everyone talking about how Ksoo was backdoored. The old Instagram lives started getting reposted too, especially the one where Chop looked zoned out.
You know I can't show too long. You know You said what? That's Muda? Yeah, you know that. Come on, but hey. Come here.
Hey, I'm so grateful. Hey, come
be on there, bro. Y'all gotta stop going live, bro. Like, bro, you would think, bro, like people going live after drills happen, bro, is kind of like people who still sign 360 deals. Like, bro, it's been so many examples before you that shows you that you probably shouldn't take this route. You probably shouldn't do this. And people still do it. It's like y'all want to go to jail, bro. It's like y'all want to get locked up for this stuff. Like, I get you trying to troll and you want people to know that y'all have something to do with it, but at the same time, I don't get it, because I thought the whole goal was to stay out of jail, bro. Y'all on live tripping, showing blicks and all.
These weren't two random names arrested for what went down. They were in Ksoo's circle. People called it the fastest snake turn they have ever seen. Speedy was Ksoo's homie. Chop was on his track. This wasn't an op beef. This was betrayal. So when word hit that the Cook County Sheriff's Office had them both in intake, the streets didn't know whether to celebrate or cry. Ksoo had been shot in the head inside his home on December 3rd, 2024. It was early morning, and according to his cousin, he was still mid-game, headset on, logged into GTARP. Back then,
my God.
The cops had found a phone left behind at the scene, rumored to belong to Lil Speedy. But without cooperation, the case stayed cold until the mom's post cracked it open.
Lil Ksoo's mom is still grieving and talks about her son getting backdoored by his friends.
That hurt. Took my only boy from me, my baby.
My boy, 14, 15, already getting backdoored. Like, just think about that, bro.
He didn't see it coming at all. They did that, man. That's the cowardice move in the world.
She knew. On July 15th, 2025, several sources started spreading the news that the victim's mother had something about the arrest. Lil Ksoo's mother took to Facebook, claiming that Fullychop, Bloodhound Lil Speedy, and maybe even more people were tied to her son's. In the comments, she clarified that Speedy had been picked up on a charge, not the murder itself. but made it clear the two were connected. The post didn't stay quiet for long. It picked up steam fast, with people reposting it, debating the details, and saying the backdoor rumors were finally turning real. A post on Reddit broke down timestamps from a fat-drenched live, showing Ksoo might have been by 8:11 a.m., way before police even got the 911 call. People have also been saying Speedy's comments after the raised eyebrows, especially when he posted King Slime active just hours after the news broke, which many felt didn't come off as grief. The main theory now is self-snitching. Key pieces of evidence being passed around, including shell casings, and abandoned.
It's like y'all want people to know you just backdoored your homie.
And clips from social media that users claim amount to self-incrimination. A Reddit post claimed it had proof of pointing to the phone as Speedy's. Meanwhile, Fullychop was accused of saying too much on a live stream, allegedly admitting he had Ksoo's location before the hit. Some people started questioning whether they were pressured by other cliques or if jealousy played a role. Ksoo had been gaining more traction online, and his single Caught Up was hitting views faster than Fullychop's drops. But the deeper narrative was about loyalty gone sour. It's the betrayal that hit hardest, not just the body drop, but the fact that the same voices who hyped Ksoo's music, who said we all gon' make it, were now sitting in lockup, booked for making sure he didn't. And just like that, it wasn't just a tragedy anymore. It was a storyline. Streamed, clipped, analyzed, broken down bar for bar, like a drill tape flipped in reverse. By the time court dates dropped, the net might have already decided the verdict. Ksoo ain't make it past the loading screen. They say the streets don't love nobody. But even by drill standards, what happened to Lil Ksoo felt personal. December 3rd, 2024 started quiet. No ops posted. No diss tracks uploaded. Just a 15-year-old boy at home, controller in hand, headset on, zoning out like any other morning. Except by 11:30 a.m., Lil Ksoo was found slumped in his own crib with a to the head, and what looked like a setup that had been in motion days before he even clicked start. Official reports clock his time of around early morning, but word from inside said something darker. Fat Drench, a known associate, said on live stream that Ksoo was gone before 8. That would mean someone was in the house hours before his mom walked in and found him lifeless. It wasn't random, it wasn't sloppy. Whoever did it got in, did what they came to do, and dipped fast. Shell casings were found both inside and outside the house that had detectives thinking it might have been a but others started whispering something else. A staged entry, a quick pop-off at the door to make it look messy, then the real work done once inside. No forced entry, no signs of struggle, and somehow, a phone got left behind. A phone that allegedly belonged to bloodhound Lil Speedy. At first, Speedy said he just forgot it. People suspected that he went back into the house to take the phone and then used the opportunity to Ksoo. Speedy also claimed he'd been over at Ksoo's house the day before, that Ksoo was his boy. But the timing didn't add up, especially since 2 nights before the murder, an IG story had been floating around showing red lasers beaming through Ksoo's window. That same clip got taken down, but screenshots spread fast. It wasn't regular trolling. Those beams were attached to automatics. Some people think that was the warning. Others think that was them rehearsing the real thing. The IG clip dropped from an account tied to Fullychop, an affiliate of Fullychop. That detail hit different once people started connecting names.
Fullychop is crazy.
Speedy, both inside Ksoo's circle, both acting normal in the days leading up. Then suddenly Ksoo's and one of their phones is sitting on his floor. Another wild
and
detail.
It's like, oh bro, why would your phone be there? Like, even if you did leave your phone there, bro, you would have came, you know what I'm saying? Like, you would have came and got it at some point. You feel me? Like, you would have came and got it at, like, you not leaving your phone. Like, this is my boy. You're not leaving your phone over there just because that's your boy. You trying to find a way to come back and get your phone, bro. Like, what are we talking about?
Ksoo was still logged into his game when his body was found. That had folks speculating that he was mid-session, headset on, probably locked in with somebody online while the moved through the crib. No barking dog, no fight, just silence. Until it wasn't. The theory that caught the most traction said Speedy showed up, acting regular, maybe asked to charge his phone, maybe just kicked it, watching Ksoo play. Then when the timing felt right, when Ksoo was fully distracted, somebody else came through the door, the back door, literally. Reddit threads from that day said Speedy may have unlocked it himself, and the reason? Street Talk said there'd been tension for a while. Speedy felt like Ksoo was picking sides, especially after a different incident where Ksoo got taken. That moment apparently cracked their trust. No one said it out loud, but a few folks started treating Speedy different after that, as if he was plotting. A video was even posted online about it.
I don't know who you talking to. All I know is you in there, I'm kill your ass. Oh my I'm kill your ass.
On my dad, I'm knocking your gun back.
Like these is little boys.
Kill your ass.
My dad, when this over here, is knocking your gun back. You.
Alright, we gonna see.
Alright.
All my dogs.
So when Ksoo let him in that day, nobody expected it to be his last act of trust. Fat Drench's timeline backed it up. He was adamant Ksoo by sunrise, but the cops weren't called till nearly noon. That window raised all kinds of eyebrows. Did Speedy flee alone? Was Chop watching the house from outside? Did someone let time pass so they could cover their tracks? By the time the body was found, the house was quiet. No signs of forced entry, just silence, the game still on, and one phone blinking on the floor. Rder knew what room to walk into. They didn't ransack the place. They didn't leave trailing out the door. They came in for Ksoo, and only Ksoo. A clean job, too clean for random. Later that day, Chop posted online, talking about Ksoo's. Folks read that as distance, like he was saying he wasn't involved, but nobody missed the timing. He didn't post that the day before. He waited till the body dropped. The same night, another clip started moving around showing Speedy on live with a smirk, saying King Slime active. That phrase alone had people accusing him of dancing on the grave. And if there was any remaining doubt, that phone changed everything. Law enforcement didn't say much, but word spread that it had messages, deleted ones, half-saved ones, that hinted Ksoo had been talking to someone he trusted, a friend, possibly Speedy, about who might be plotting, about whether he needed to move different. Now, no official paperwork confirmed what those texts said, but in drill circles, that didn't matter. The moment the details dropped, people started calling it what it looked like, a setup. Ksoo didn't get caught laughing, he got handed over. What made it worse was the age. Ksoo was only 15, Fullychop, around 16. Speedy, maybe younger. They were all supposed to be homies. They'd made tracks together, shared stages, smiled in flicks, and then one dies with a in his dome, while the other two get booked less than a year later. It's not the first time Chicago lost a young talent to the cycle, but this one hit different. There wasn't a car chase, no outside a show, just a cold body in a house.
Oh, bro, in his own home while he playing the game, gang, like, and that's what make it even seem even more fishier, bro, because it's like you said, bro, no forced entry. Somebody in there, somebody was in there that he trusted. You feel me? Now, saying that, bro, when it went to and go opening the door for somebody else to do it, sounds like a stretch. Like, it can't happen, but it sounds like a stretch. It's more likely than that he, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, these are kind of like the breadwinners for their circle, the people that got the most clout and everything. So that could be a situation where he let somebody in through the back door. Crazy to say, but he went and let somebody in through the back door, and somebody else probably did do it.
No signs of struggle. The kind of thing that doesn't come from beef. It comes from betrayal.
Crashing out.
That's why the drill scene hasn't stopped talking since. From tracks to tragedy, before any headlines, before arrests, before the city started whispering about a setup, there was just a group of teenagers trying to get on through drill. Lil Ksoo, Fullychop, and Bloodhound Lil Speedy were more than just names. They were supposed to be the new wave. Until the wave crashed. Lil Ksoo was born around 2009 or 2010 and came up out of Englewood, repping 079. He wasn't even old enough to drive, but his voice already had weight in the underground. His tracks, mostly passed around on TikTok and SoundCloud, felt raw. They didn't have polish, but that was the point. He was a kid speaking on survival.
Ain't that girl that was on DJ? Oops, ain't that the girl that was on DJU? It was some girl that was on DJU that was they was saying was older than them, but like she be around them, and he was on, bro. She was just holding a blick in the video. Low key, I never peeped her in these videos. And to me, just seeing her on her.
Other rappers releasing songs that were meant to be about escaping the life they were surrounded by. There was something about Ksoo that had folks rooting for him. He sounded young, looked even younger, but still had people double taking when he rapped lines grown men wouldn't dare post. He dropped another track called Caught Up with Lil Ty.
We gotta listen to Lil Ksoo music. I don't think I ever reacted to
for
it.
how off it felt. People said the content didn't match the voice, like hearing a baby rap about bodies. But that disconnect was exactly why he stood out. It was clear Ksoo wasn't faking his content. He was just caught between youth and the streets. And drill gave him a way to say it all. He didn't have a long catalog. Not enough time, but what he dropped made its mark. He wasn't running streams like mainstream artists, but people tapped in. Views hit the low thousands. The songs bounced through group chats, op pages, burner accounts. It was drill the way it used to be, local, raw, personal. Behind the mic, Ksoo was loyal to his circle. He was close with Speedy. He used to roll with Chop. They weren't just collaborators. They were part of the same ecosystem, same age range, same streets, same block tension, until something shifted. By the time he In December 2024, rumors were already moving fast that something went sideways between the three. Ksoo wasn't some random act of violence. It came after whispers of betrayal, after distance formed between him and people he once called fam. Whether it was over old beef, ego, or some invisible line that got crossed, something broke. Then there was Fullychop, born Dameron, Wales in 2008. He was the older one in the trio by about a year or two.
Dameron? We gotta see how his name spelled. Bro ain't saying nobody right. Ksoo, Dameron. I gotta see how these spell. I know it's Ksoo. But we gotta see Fullychop real name written out, because Dameron don't sound right.
Came out of the south side like a
could be,
ram.
but it don't sound
voice,
right.
Quick delivery, and drill credentials that caught attention. Chop didn't just rap about the trenches, he documented them. He wasn't hiding who he was. On tracks like Fully Burst, None, and Say Goodbye, Chop stayed talking heavy. Street pressure, fake homies, it was all there. One moment he'd be dissing an op, the next he'd be mourning a lost one. It gave him a weird duality, one foot in revenge, the other in grief. His affiliation with PGF put him in multiple circles. You'd see him with Baby Splat, Shorty Mob, Lil Ksoo, all names familiar in the new drill resurgence. He repped Pocket Town heavy in some tracks. Other times he'd flash signs linked to more controversial sets. Either way, he wasn't neutral. His side was clear. What made Chop interesting was how fast he moved through the scene. One month he'd be an underground name. The next, he's trending on Reels, dropping visuals with quality most kids his age couldn't touch. He had that push, the same push that made people think he'd go far or go too far. He and Ksoo started together. They had chemistry, similar hunger, but somewhere between the booth and the block, things soured. By the time Ksoo, people had already noticed the interaction stopped. Then Chop started dropping cryptic captions about pain and pressure, and people read into every word. Then you got Bloodhound Lil Speedy, the youngest in the pack. Born somewhere between 2009 and 2011, Speedy was barely a teenager and already deep in street politics. Tied to the Bloodhound set, known for its wild younger members, Speedy wasn't moving like a rookie. He was making songs with titles like Bounce Out with Drac and Quick 2 Chase, and the visuals?
Bounce Out with Drac. Bro, whoever this is, this gotta be AI or something, bro. It ain't no way he's serious, bro. Bounce Out with Drac, it ain't no way, bro. It ain't no way. This is clearly somebody who's reading a script or something. He got reading a script because he has no clue who or what he's talking about. He can't. He literally can't.
Cars spinning,
really can't.
And grins that didn't match the content.
Really
it was called
can't.
a crash out by YouTubers. Kids in comments said he was the one always with it. If something jumped off, Speedy wasn't far. He didn't have a huge discography either, but he didn't need one. His rep moved faster than his streams. People watched his clips to see what he'd say next. Not because he was lyrical, but because he was unpredictable. His Bloodhound connection brought him close to other figures like J Boogie and Lil Jeff. While older Bloodhound members were falling, Speedy was stepping in to carry the name. That kind of pressure on someone barely in high school don't come without a cost. What's striking about all three, Ksoo, someone barely in high school don't come without a cost.
That boy had Rod Wave in the video. That's why I said we gotta start reacting to his song again. Where Rod Wave come from?
What's striking about all three, Ksoo, Chop, and Speedy, is that none of them hit 18. They were in that 14 to 17 bracket, too young for tattoos in most states, but already caught up in felonies, funerals, and fallout. This wasn't drill's golden era anymore. This was the fallout generation. Ksoo before he could release a full project. Chop was arrested in July 2025 for allegedly being part of the setup. Speedy got booked the same week, first for a gun, then quietly linked to Ksoo's murder in the same breath. In a way, the trio's story wasn't about music. It was about what happens when kids play grown-up games in a world that don't forgive. People used to say they had potential. Some still play Ksoo's tracks in tribute. Others feel Chop could have made it big if he stayed focused. Speedy's name gets mentioned when people talk about who went too far, too fast. They weren't just names in the headlines. They were once a circle, a group of kids trying to carve out a lane with mics and masks. But drill don't leave much room for forgiveness. The moment one fell, the others followed. In the end, it wasn't ops that took Ksoo out. It was his own people. That's the real heartbreak. Mic'd up murder. In drill, the mic can be a weapon, and sometimes it talks too much. What once started as a tool to vent, to brag, or to tell the other side we're still here, has now become a forensic breadcrumb trail. When Lil Ksoo in December 2024, fans didn't just look at the crime scene. They hit rewind on every track, every diss.
Bro, and it's like, bro, y'all gotta realize we're in a generation where it's like everything you doing is on the internet, gang. Everything, yo, live, obviously your music, stories, all that, bro. People keep that stuff. People can have access to that stuff. You feel me? It's like you hinting at stuff before doing stuff. You actually do it. Then you start hinting after it, bro. You're asking to be locked up. Simple. You're asking to go to jail. You're asking to be caught for whatever it is that you thinking. Somehow you're thinking you're gonna get away with. Like, y'all, people gotta learn, bro. I don't know how long we gonna have to be in the internet era for people to learn. It's only getting worse. People, they're only getting more ways to figure out who did what. You know what I'm saying?
No,
like,
sometimes the story's
only
already
getting worse
been
for
told
people.
in the booth. Start with Lil Ksoo himself. Before he left behind verses that sounded like war reports from someone too young to be in the field. In Caught Up, he raps, caught Lil Chris up on the 5, and then we filled him up with lead. I be walking down the 5 cause know I send a blitz. It's the kind of line that drill fans recognize as loaded. Walking down the 5 isn't just scenery, it's strategy. He names his turf, names a victim, and brags about orchestrating violence. He continues with, Lil bro wanna trade, but I'm gonna take his dumb ass for that ghost. I tote my pole, I'll slide through, I'm go blow. Translation, robbery, retaliation, and full-on aggression, told straight up by a 15-year-old who barely had time to finish a project before his life was cut short. Then came SRTJEEP, where things got eerily predictive. Lil Speedy, he hop out, he ready to blow. He fall to the ground, we give him some more. Whether it was fiction or foreshadowing, his own bars place Speedy in the heat of action. In hindsight, too close for comfort. Drill always has a foot in imagination, but after December, those lines hit different. What once sounded like a regular name drop now plays like a screenshot from a setup, but no one took things as far as Fullychop. If Lil Ksoo hinted at war, Chop recited the victory lap. His post-Ksoo tracks, especially the ones from 2025, didn't just throw shade, they dragged the body. Ksoo, but now they hurt. His head, that mission complete. Made It Work sounded less like a diss and more like an admission.
Oh, bro, so then I made it work. I don't know. Dang, this is on, homie. Okay, so then I made it work. Then I made it hurt. Oh, bro, I didn't even think about that.
He raps, we took his kit. That was free. Fans tied that line back to the rumors that Chop and Ksoo fell out over a... That kit wasn't just a prop, it was motive. The disrespect didn't stop there. In Tacos, Chop doubled down with I drink Lil Ksoo. He ain't got no face though. He dissed on Lil 50, got in his face. There's drill talk, and then there's forensic level specificity. Ksoo died from a... No face wasn't just metaphor, it was practically casework. Add in catching bodies, that shit's slight, and it paints a picture not just of violence, but comfort in it. These were layered references, all language that fans, bloggers, and even investigators now treat as possible lyrical maps to the crime itself. Not one track, not two, a pattern. Chop seemed to be making music not just to move the streets, but to dance around the truth. Then there's Bloodhound Lil Speedy, the most chaotic, but also the most cryptic. Unlike Chop, he didn't name names, but his catalog still breathes heavy. I went up 3 souls and just a teen reaper. On my back had people counting bodies. 2 ops in the same week back-to-back caught attention fast. Ksoo's was followed by others in his circle, and drill fans love to play detective. Now roll him up, cause he a pack, got shot 10 times, no coming back. These aren't punchlines, they're case files, verbal ones. Whether Speedy meant them literally or not, the bravado dripped with confession-like energy. In 79 ERS, Speedy dropped, free hottie could be free, the snitching. He couldn't keep it street. That line doesn't point to the Ksoo case, but it sets the rules. If you talk, you're finished. Yet if prosecutors ever circle back to these lyrics, Speedy might end up...
bro, he doing case work for the police. Bro, what's up also? It doesn't speak to that, but at the same time, it says that this, dang, what? You making the police job even easier. That's a thing, bro. It's a thing, bro. Y'all going online making the police job easier in YouTube videos like this where sometimes police probably can find out stuff they probably not even really privy to. They probably are. But some stuff they might not even be privy to. And videos like this, people so deep in and so intrigued with the drill side of everything, bro. They gonna be giving up stuff and saying stuff that could lead people back to certain things, bro. Man, I wish y'all stopped doing this in general, but man, y'all really stop snitching on y'allself, bro. I ain't no Fullychop. I think I did hear he got arrested, but I mean, you know, it was like an unknown charges or something. I think they said it was like for a blick or something. So, you know, just like it just slips my mind because I never knew it was for unaliving nobody. That was never like a thing for real. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, y'all let me know what y'all think about in the comment section down below. Make sure y'all leave likes. Like I said, we finna start back reacting to Fullychop music in the membership. So, if you want to be a part of that, you want to see those videos, make sure y'all tap into the membership. If not, that's cool, man. Just leave a like, hit the subscribe button if you're new, leave a comment, tap into all the other videos on the channel, man. And make sure y'all tap into one of these 3 videos if y'all need some help. You feel me? YouTube think y'all would like these.
I'm a fuck with